What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are back in War Whales, and we're taking a look at two more of the attacks from our CWO war against Pinoy Dragon Milan. No need to really recap the war. I did that in my last video. We're just going to be taking a look at Hartek's second attack and I believe DJ's first attack. So two different attacks, both completely different styles, different base reads. We're going to kind of be breaking them down, and I'm going to try to start kind of shortening up some of the detail and then trying to squeeze in two attacks in these videos so you guys get, kind of like double the content and I don't have to make double the videos. But before we get into it, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, share this with your clanmates, share it with your friends, post in your Discord servers, or whatever you can do to help the channel grow. I have a Twitter, so go ahead and you can find that link in my description. Go ahead and share that, follow me, retweet my stuff. I'm not a big Twitter guy, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it's fun in there, just kind of talking to everybody. But let's get into the replays. Find Hartek. Hartek is godly base builder and godly attacker. So he had a 6-pack this war. So yeah, so this is base number 5. Here, I'll back out so you don't see the troop bar. All right, so base number 5. So as you can see, Hartek's going to be coming in here. He's going to be using dragons, and he's going to have 2 clone spells. So what do we see in this base that makes it a good option for dragons? We see a lot of these kind of style of bases with it's like a diamond shape with the town hall kind of offset from everything. You got bow scatters up top, eagle and queen down south, and then on this base you also have the 2 ground expos and then 2 air expos down here at the bottom. So kind of a split, you got to kind of split the base in half. I like to do it in quadrants, but if you do it in quadrants, your bottom end right here has the eagle. You're gonna have to take that out because it has the queen and the CC and all that. And then these compartments aren't really a big deal, but you can't sui for the infernos because they're protected by a hero. So they make it difficult to do like a sui royal chant with an ice golem or a freeze, because your royal chant won't get through the hero that's protecting. Now you can sui for this one, however it's kind of expensive because one, this was fresh, and you got to tank these, you got to tank the cannon, and then send your RC in, get a freeze. Kind of it's possible, it's not too difficult, but it is going to require a freeze. And you're going to see in his spell comp he doesn't have a lot of room for spells because he's bringing a double clone on this one. So things that we can see right off the back, he was very smart in pointing out that he's going to be able to bowler bounce this wizard tower down, which is huge. That's a huge value right there for a bowler. So let's go ahead and start there. All right, now he's going to do his king to kind of wrap this way, and then he's going to follow that with his queen. And as she wraps behind, the king's going to pop his ability and get like way out in front, start clearing all this. He's going to sneak in a couple wall breakers here, and his queen is going to step in and snag this inferno. So really good identification here, because what that does is essentially clears this whole compartment out. So this whole top side of the base plus the 12 o'clock compartment are completely cleared out. So now we're going to take a look at the sweepers. Sweepers here, sweepers here. All right, so flying in here or flying in here is kind of a no-go, right? And it's not really the best base for something like bats, because while you can tank this wizard tower and this scatter shot, what you can't do is tank this wizard tower while they're here. Okay, so this is going to be like a double freeze, probably even 3, because you're going to have to go in here and clear the inferno plus the RC. So not a very good bat base. So what Hartek's going to do is he's going to realize that this sweeper is only going to affect him when the blimp is kind of already deep enough to where he wants it. And he's going to bring in an electron here. Again, this is fresh, so kind of ballsy, but bring in the blimp, and then he's going to go double clone, something like that, and then a raid spell. And his goal is going to be to clear this whole area. because if you look at the actual defense in this area, the only thing that will be targeting his Electron is a couple Archer Towers, these two Expos, Queen, Warden, and like I said, those Archer Towers. So it's not a lot of damage, especially with the double clone, because he'll get a big group of loons this way, big group of loons this way, and hopefully his E-Dragon stays in the middle, and he'll also deal with the CC. Okay, so that's two sides of the base kind of negated. So let's go ahead and mark this off, and we'll just do this to kind of show that that's marked off as well. So again, sweepers, this sweeper's negated because that's cleared, and we've cleared in front of that sweeper there. So now what he's going to want to do is, noticing that there's an air defense right here and an air defense right here, and those are the only ones that are really left in the base. Well, actually there's one at 12, but he's going to use his Royal Champ to get that. So it's another good point to use for dragons. But recognizing what's left in the base and that he has a funnel here because of that bowler, he's going to go ahead and send in his dragons from this side. And since he funneled that top, everything's going to kind of feed directly into the town hall here. And because he's funneled the bottom and there's this dead space in between everything, kind of makes like a natural, like an arrow almost, directly into the town hall. Now he's going to have a rage spell for this first compartment, and he'll have a rage spell somewhere in here, which just leaves him on this back end compartment. He'll have a bunch of loons and stuff and a bunch of dragons, and then like I said, his RC is going to be coming in, going to be clearing out a bunch of this stuff. So that's not a lot of base left for dragons. In reality, it's 3 defenses because it's the air defense, RC, and Infernal Tower. The rest of that stuff isn't going to kill a dragon. So that's the plan. Again, fresh attack, so kind of a ballsy move here, but let's see how it worked out for him. Love seeing the dragons, especially when it's mixed up with something other than, you know, like a bat bomb or something. Alright, so here's that bowler bounce. High value there. He's got 5 wall breakers, bringing a lot of loons because obviously he's going to use some to test for his blimp, and then he wants to have a good size of loon wall, so he's going to have like 6 loons in front of his dragons. Finds that Tesla farm, he's going to start clearing those out. Wants to make sure he pops any SAMs. And notice he's angled his blimp to still get in this area where he's going to lead the loons with the clones, but he wants to avoid the sweeper if possible. Alright, so things don't work out exactly how he wants because the E-Drag pops out here on the backside and the Queen is way over there, but he still gets a ton of value. Gets the Wizard Tower, which is big, and he's going to go ahead and start with his dragons. Dragons move slow, so get those things started. Now look at his E-Drag. Boom. Now he gets his heroes going, gets that top side air defense, single locks on the king, and then he's going to pop the king ability, wrap this corner, and then he's going to sneak those wall breakers in. Queen's locked on. What he's going to do is wait, and then he's going to pop the ability as she steps in. And then everything's kind of meeting up. Some dragons go to the town hall, some go to the Inferno. And then he's going to bring the RC in. Use the rage on those dragons just to get the town hall down ASAP. Here comes the RC. Still has RC ability. He's got cleanup, probably going to put it down at 3. Unfortunately, the single locks on the RC, so he has to pop the ability early. She's going to die out, but she's tanking that Inferno and the RC, giving the dragons time to do their magic. And the only thing left in this base are this Expo, this Archer Tower, and these 2 cannons. Everything else is ground targeting, so it's not going to cause a problem. Go ahead and times 2. And times 4. Dragons are slow. So really, really good first attack. You know, kind of came down to the wire. Dragons are usually either overkill or, you know, kind of underwhelming, but ends up getting it with the minion and the warden. So good job, Hardtech. His other attack was a hybrid. We see enough hybrid. Hardtech is really good at hybrid, so I'm not going to show it, but he did end up getting that 6er. Now we're going to be taking a look at DJ's attack. This is a cleanup hit. DJ is one of our better cleanup guys, and this is one of those bases that just makes me sick to my stomach. So let's see what we can find in the base and see what makes it good. So you got a sweeper and a sweeper. So when your sweepers are like this, it's pretty much saying like you can do whatever you want with a queen charge, or, you know, like Yetis with the healers. You can use healers pretty much anywhere in this base. Okay, so that's what those sweepers kind of tell you. But what they're basically trying to get you to do is when you charge in on sweepers like this, and they're facing like this way, and they're out here, what they're trying to do is negate your ability to come up with a back end from this direction to support your queen. So on this one, we're actually going to see flying directly into a sweeper. DJ is going to just go for it, and it's going to work out for him. But the Lalo on this was nice, and he's going to have a lot of loons left up, but the queen charge was insane. So how do we get a lot of value out of this queen charge? Well, the first thing I can kind of point out is these dead spaces. Not only do they act as like good funnel points in the base, but they also act as like a break of DPS, right? So he's got all 4 expos over here next to the queen, the king, and this inferno. So ton of damage over here, right? Like a crazy amount of damage. But over here, there's not really anything. There's a lot of point defenses, a couple single infernos. So the defender is kind of relying on those single infernos to dissuade a queen charge. However, if you're good at queen charges, single infernos don't mean anything anymore. So what he's going to do is he's going to cut a funnel here, and he's going to bring his queen in, right? And since there's not a lot of point defenses, he's not going to need to use his healers right away. He's going to start walking his queen in here, and then once the queen has kind of cleared the range of this air defense, he's going to drop in his healers, and he's going to do a wall break into here, okay? So let me zoom out a little bit so we can kind of show. So as we look, let's just start marking off defenses as he from his queen charge, so you can kind of see how crazy this is going to be. He's going to funnel this mortar. So there's the mortar down. And then his queen, as she steps in, she's going to get all of this, right? So, and then once she gets to this bomb tower, what he's going to actually do is he's going to lure the CC, and he's going to have a jump right here. And what that jump is going to let him do is take down Scattershot, the Eagle, the Sweeper. She's going to end up getting to there. So you can already see, he's going to use like 1 rage here, I believe a rage here for the CC, and then another rage in the base. So there's 3 rages and a jump. That leaves him like 2 haste, I think 2 or 3 freeze, and I think he has another rage for his Lalo. I'm not 100% sure on the spell comp, but even with this sweeper here, one thing I would have probably done myself is try to Lalo this way, but with the air defenses both being on the backside, you're not going to get much tanking out of your hounds on these wizard towers. So DJ is going to end up wrapping in this way. He's going to Lalo in here. He's going to use a blimp with a hound, and he's going to kind of just bully through the sweeper, tow him over the town hall, and then as his Lalo is coming through, his queen is going to be in this core, and she's going to be like, taking all these defenses down. His Lalo is going to be coming here, and what it's going to do is force his queen up, and all these defenses like the Scattershot are going to go down, and as his loons are going up, his queen is getting pushed this way. So those loons kind of have a free ride, especially because, once he's cleared this bottom side, there's just not a lot of damage left. So really good base recognition. Like I said, this is cleanup, so the plant was actually from Buraz, but he had an unfortunate time fail, but the charge was just insane. So gets his queen down. Like I said, he's going to do a naked queen for a little while. Kind of utilize. He doesn't want. I think Buraz caught some unfortunate shots from this air defense, so he's going to do what he can do to avoid it. But you can see he's going really, really heavy with the loons. He's got 1 lava hound, 27 balloons. Ends up catching 2 shots from that air defense. Not a huge deal. Doesn't kill the healer. Sweeper's kind of doing him a favor. But you can see there's just like no damage here. So gets the mortar. Use the baby to funnel down there. Test wall breaker. A little bit early on the second wall breakers, but there was no small bombs. And again, he hasn't even used a rage spell yet. All he's used is a freeze. And he's already got like 7 defenses. Uses the RC to kind of trim these bottom defenses because he doesn't want to have to start his Lalo way down at 6. So RC is going to go in here. She's going to clear all the way to the Scattershot, I believe. Queen's doing ridiculous queen stuff, beating a wall right there, but thank God he had a baby dragon down. Now, arguably the worst CC, or second worst CC, is a Hound and an Ice Golem, but you can see the dead spaces have created a lack of damage. So the only thing targeting him besides the CC is the Scatter Shot. He's got a Rage down, he's got the Poison down for the pups, so his queen is fine. Gets another Rage going. She's gonna smash through the RC because there's no like point defenses on her. And even now, you know, just a Scatter Shot. So gets the king down, going for the queen trade. Gets a big heavy Lalo down at the start because of the Teslas. I mean, this guy was really trying to defend 3 o'clock. And there he is fighting a sweeper. Loons get that Inferno down. He's gonna get that Rage. And all he has to do, I know it looks kind of messy and hasty, but the only thing he has to do at the 6 o'clock is get that Town Hall down, because there's nothing on the back end of this base that's going to stop his Lalo. And as I told you, as he comes through here with the loons, his queen is going to get pushed this way. Finally uses the queen ability, and he uses a couple loons just to cut off pathing here. Queen picks up the next Inferno. She gets all 3 Infernos here. So all 3 Infernos, both Scatter Shots and the Eagle. That's insane queen charge value. He has a ton of loons up. No problem here. I don't even think time was the issue. Bunch of cleanup down. Really good attack from DJ. Really good plan from Burras. That's how you do it, man. You know, you get a close fail, and someone comes in and just kind of cleans it up for you. But there's 2 air attacks that we don't see every day. We had a dragon, a double clone dragon with no bats. So that's an attack we don't see every day. And then we have the queen charge Lalo, which in my opinion is one of the hardest attacks to pull off at Town Hall 13. And as you can see, DJ just cleaned up Burras, who does it all the time. And you can see that it's possible. So thank you guys for tuning in. You know, I really appreciate all the support. Make sure you, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe, pass it on to your friends, pass it on to your clanmates. And just want to give one big shout out to my wife. Hope you enjoyed your vacation, baby. I love you very much. All right, guys, catch you later.